In my experience, I have identified four things that narcissists that I have encountered absolutely positively hate about me. Now, there's probably more than four, and as you listen to my presentation, you'll probably think of some others that you have experienced in your life as well. So if you want to share those with the other viewers, put them in the comment section, and maybe you have number five, number six, and so on. But number one is this. The narcissist absolutely positively hates my success. Now, when we talk about success, we're not talking about becoming multimillionaires. We talked about that a little bit yesterday. But we're not talking about building a phenomenally successful business. That's not the type of success that we're talking about. But you need to keep in mind that narcissists tend to be failures. Now, there are some exceptions to this, but most narcissists that I have dealt with, and again with exceptions, they don't do well on the job because they don't like being told what to do by anybody. They don't do well in family life because they want to be the controller. They want to be in charge. They're the drill sergeant. They're not a father. They're not a mother. They're a drill sergeant. They don't succeed in the neighborhood because they want to tell all the neighbors how to do everything from how to turn on their lights to how to mow their grass, how loud to play their music. These are the people who love to run the homeowners association. But they fail among their neighbors because they don't like their bullying. They just fail in life over and over and over again. They lose their jobs. They lose their families. They're basically disliked. I mean, initially, people think they're great because they tend to have, they tend to be very charismatic people. But in the long run, they can't help but scam people to defraud people, and they make a lot of enemies. So they live basically miserable lives. Now, these people, keep in mind, tend to have, with exceptions, but most of them tend to have a deficit in self-esteem. And they try to compensate for that deficit by presenting themselves the other direction. False presentation, but by presenting themselves as being something much better than everybody else because they feel lesser than everybody else. That doesn't work because it's all fake. So their entire life, it's not just that they tell lies, but that their life is a lie. So what we're saying here is when we talk about success, that they hate our success. They hate the fact that we have a decent family life. They hate the fact that we don't feel inferior. I mean, we may a little bit, but nowhere near the way they do. They hate our success and that we don't have to be narcissists. They hate our success and we don't have to fraud people. We don't have to steal from people. We don't have to be grifters. We don't have to do any of those things. We don't have to be like the narcissist, and they hate that. Because the narcissist holds himself up or herself up as the ideal human being, knowing good and well it's fake. But after a while, they tell themselves that lie so often, so frequently, they come to believe it. They've got all the stage makeup, they're wearing the wardrobe of an actor, and then they become that person. In their minds, they're just delusional. And the fact that you can see through the delusion is success. They hate success. They want you to play along with their delusion because they have devised the stage play. The world is their stage play, and you are one of the actors, and you're not playing your role. You're not saying your lines. You're not doing any of those things because, you're above all that. You're successful. That's one thing the narcissist hates. Another thing I've noticed the narcissist hates in my life is just my independence. The fact that I do not rely on the narcissist. Now, at the very beginning, most narcissists that I've dealt with, they went through this love bombing stage where they were my good friends, my good buddy, whatever. So we got along really fine. Well, what they were really doing is trying to ensnare me so that I would be dependent on them. And it worked. I mean, it's embarrassing to say it, but yeah, I've actually followed for that more times than I care to acknowledge, but I did. But I broke free. And not only that, but I learned, don't be so gullible. Don't be so naive. I'm pushing 70 years old. It's taken me a while to learn some of these things. Hopefully, I can share with you some of my life experiences from my life's laboratory, and you can learn not to make the same mistakes that I made. But they absolutely, positively hate my independence. As you know, I like to use the analogy of the narcissist being a puppeteer and his victims being his puppets. He likes to pull the strings, pull the levers, and once you break free of that and become independent, I don't need this narcissist in my life, and you're gone. They absolutely, positively hate your independence. Number 3, is they hate your honesty. And the reason is, as we alluded to just a moment ago, the narcissist basically is an actor. He is on a stage. He or she is on a stage. They're wearing the stage makeup, their costumes, and the whole world is part of their play. Their life is a lie, but they expect you've got a role, everyone does. You've got a role in this production, this fake production, this fantasy, this totally invented, concocted, idea of what life is really like. And no, you're not going to play that. You know better. You ever watch a TV show and you watch the actors and man, they're such good people on the screen, and then you maybe read about them in the tabloid. Okay, they're not such good people after all, because we confuse the actor with the role that they play. Well, the narcissist wants you to believe that the role that he plays as the good guy, as the all-knowing, smartest person, okay, on the planet, is real. But you're not that stupid, I mean, I got to admit, again, at one time I actually kind of was that stupid, but I caught on and I learned and I got away from it. That is what they hate, is the fact that I am honest, because the one thing, as I've said many times in past videos, the one thing the narcissist hates more than anything else is truth. They hate honest people. They are dishonest. Everything about them is dishonest. They can beat you out of $1, they'll do it. Not because they need money, because most of them do need money, but it's not about the money, it's about winning. In their mind, that's, stealing from somebody is winning. Not paying the rent is winning. That outsmarts the landlord. That's how these people actually process information. That's the way they see the world, but you don't do that. And by being honest, you are contradicting the narcissist. By your very lifestyle, you're calling the narcissist a liar. Not only so, but you are exposing his lies. So if you take an honest person and you put that honest person next to a dishonest person and you compare the two, you make the dishonest person look bad. So the narcissist tries to hide that. He will blame you. He will make excuses. We've talked about that in the past couple of videos. But still, the truth is immutable. The truth cannot be changed. And he absolutely positively hates that. She hates it. So one thing the narcissist hates about me and hates about you is when we are honest. And hopefully we're honest most of the time. They cannot defeat the truth. They can cover it up. They can lie about it. They can try to distort the perception of the truth in the minds of other people. But there's nothing they can do to destroy the truth. Again, it's immutable. Number 4. The narcissist hates your integrity. That is to say, you're an honest person, but it's expressed. Your honesty is expressed through your behavior. So here we're talking about not just your state of mind, your worldview, but the way that you comport yourself. So you are an honest person, and you are a person of integrity. You don't scam people. You don't try to beat people out of money. Typically you don't. I mean, we all make mistakes, right? We all do stupid things now and again, but by and large, that is not your lifestyle. So we lead a life independent, as we said earlier, from the narcissist, and the thing that separates us, that great gulf that exists between the honest person and the role-playing narcissist, is our behavior. It's our integrity. So it's like the narcissist is wearing the mask, the stage makeup and the wig and all that, and we just rip it off. By our integrity, by the way that we live, because we're not doing those things. We're above that. So one thing the narcissist absolutely positively will hate about you is your integrity. Very quickly, I got to say this, and I mention this frequently in my videos. One thing you don't want to do is try to beat the narcissist at their own game. Why? Because they love it. You just become a narcissist yourself, not literally, but by behavior. You don't want to play the narcissist game. You don't want to defeat them at their own game. You want to play your game, because a narcissist can't play your game. They can't win. When you display success, when you display independence, when you display honesty, when you live a life of integrity, they cannot do that. That is a game the narcissist absolutely, positively cannot play, and so every single time, inevitably, they're going to lose the game. See those 2 rectangles on the screen? Let's keep talking if you want. Just click one of those 2 boxes. And our conversation will continue, but if not, thanks for stopping by, and we'll see y'all next time.